Not have our usual stream starting soon music today, but we've got a lot of more exciting things going on. I'm Donna Reed here with my brilliant co-host Debbie Kilsheimer, where we spotlight bookkeepers and experts who keep businesses moving because you deserve to feel proud, confident, and seen. And today we're honored to welcome Sarah DeAngelis, and we're honored to have her join us. But first, here's Deb with a special announcement.
Well, I'm so thrilled Sarah's here. Sarah and I were on council together, but we're also thrilled that we are now have our first sponsor, Bill. And, Bill is sponsoring a thing called Bookkeepers Appreciation Week. Bookkeepers are often the unsung heroes of the business world. We're the ones that keep the engine running, but we don't always get the recognition we deserve. I know how vital we are to business's success, and the team at Bill knows it too. That's why they're hosting Bookkeeper Appreciation Week, March 30th through April 3rd, and it's dedicated to recognizing the real work we do and giving us the tools we can use to free up free time for more strategic work. So, I want you to mark your calendars for March 30th and get ready for 5 days of practical resources delivered straight to your inbox, plus live CPE eligible webinars. You'll cover what bookkeepers are navigating right now, advisory work, pricing, and AI, along with proven strategies that we're already using. Trust me, you're going to want to check this out. So I want you to register now at bill.com/bookkeepers on fire. So I'm excited about that. You too, Donna?
Oh, absolutely. Hey, one thing, they don't have the dates right on when you register. Just register anyway. I'm working on getting those dates up there.
Right.
But
so
go for it. And I'm super excited that we have a company that celebrates us. Yeah. It's so awesome.
It's great. But here we are. We're here to celebrate Sarah. So Sarah and I have known each other for what, 5 years now?
6. It's 2020. COVID.
I'm getting my years mixed up. I tell you what, COVID. Yeah. We were on council together.
Yep.
So I met her on Intuit Council, and I tell you, she's something else. The big thing I remember about Sarah is that she's gluten-free, and I'm thinking, it's all about don't cross-contaminate, There's croutons in the salad. I'm thinking, what's the matter with this lady? Anyway, and she's about this big, and but she's been telling me, she really kind of educated me on this, and so did my friend Cindy, because she's gluten-free too. She has the celiac disease, so I'm getting better at it. So, Sarah, tell us about what you do and how you got started and all about Sarah.
Okay. Well, do you want to hear about celiac, or do you want to hear about me in accounting? I mean, because I can't tell based off of what you just said. So, can you
tell I'm excited that you're here?
I know.
Tell me about council and how we met. Tell about that.
So, oh my gosh. So, of course, it was COVID. So, our very first council meeting was on a Zoom meeting. And, of course, like you're on Zoom and everyone's trying to talk and you're trying to see everybody on this screen. And, of course, and you know how Deb is. I mean, and so am I. And I'm like the younger version of Deb. We're over here like back and forth. And, So, and of course, we hit it off right away because, again, I'm the younger version of Deb. Like, we don't have a filter. Unapologetically, no filter, which is fantastic. Love it. But when we did get to meet, of course, we're in this massive room together and we're throwing out these great ideas and everything, which is amazing because Intuit actually listens to firm owners and it's fantastic. And of course, here's me and Deb, and who's got the mic and who could shout the loudest over at poor Ted.
And Robin, who was there too, is grabbing the mic. It's my turn to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Poor Ted is up there going, okay, pass the mic, we got to keep going. And then Deb up in the background, and she's, I'm not done yet. She just keeps going. And, and it was like, every time, it's like, wait, I got to say something. And, nope. But it was fantastic because these conversations would keep going outside the room. When we'd go to lunch, we'd go out to dinner afterwards, we'd be sitting around at the hotel. And even after that, we're still at Slack meetings and we're still just calling each other Zoom meetings. And, and Deb has been great, through going through my CPA journey and everything. And
tell them about that because you were not a CPA when we met. And what did I tell you? And you worked for somebody.
I did. I was working for somebody, and I was trying to go to school for my master's degree at the time, and working full time and going to school full time. And my daughter was still in high school, and so it was all over the place. It was like, oh my God, swim meets, and it was music competitions, and I wanted to pull my hair out. I literally had Wi-Fi in my car, and when she was at her swim meets in between her sets, I'd run out to my car. I'd sit in my car with it on and have the Wi-Fi, and I'd be studying, and and then she'd text me, I'm going up in 5 minutes, and I'd run out of the car and go watch her. And oh my God, it was crazy. It was so crazy. And, it was like, I remember talking to you, and I was so upset, and I'm just like, I'm never going to get through this. Like, and you're just like, why? Like, why are you even getting your CPA license? You're like, you could just start your own firm and just go from there. Like, you don't need it. Like, you don't need it. Like, you're bright enough to just do it. And my whole thing was, I'm scared. I'm scared that without having that CPA behind my name, like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm not going to have clients. I'm not going to be able to do it. And that was my whole thing. I was too scared to do it.
So how did you overcome the fear?
Well, I got my CPA license. Okay. So
Have you found that you found that just gave you confidence in what you're doing?
it did. And the funny thing is that I didn't really need it. That's just it. I
There
mean,
you go. Yep.
Dead serious.
That's it.
You needed it for you.
Yeah,
That
I
was
needed it
what
for me.
that mattered. You needed it for you. So it was important to get because it gave you the confidence to go out on your own. Now,
Yeah.
so all of you that are listening, that doesn't mean you need to get a CPA to go out on your own. But
No.
Sarah did.
I did. But honestly, when I started, I have clients that I had 6-7 years ago from other firms who immediately reached out to me. And obviously I wasn't a CPA then. I didn't have a master's degree then. And suddenly I've got these former clients reaching out to me like, hey, like, finally you went out on your own, let's talk. And I'm going, okay, like you're like 3-4 firms ago when I
Right,
worked with
right.
you and you still remembered me. And so I'm like, I really didn't even need
So
my
it's all
CPA
about
license.
relationships. It's all about building the relationship. And apparently you were very good at that because they wanted to have you as their accountant.
Yeah,
So do
exactly.
you do tax? Do you do accounting, bookkeeping? What is it you're focused on?
I do advisory, of course, because everybody does. I do bookkeeping, controller services. I do tax. I almost didn't do tax. That's the funny thing is I almost didn't. And then you remember Josh Stanley, who was also on
I
the
loved
council with
him.
us? Yes.
He's
I
so
have to give.
quiet. Now you have
He
to say,
is.
Josh, he is like the opposite of me. Very quiet.
He is. He's
He would
very
speak and
quiet.
the whole room would get, he was on council too. And the whole
Yep.
room would get quiet just to hear him talk. And it was like profound every time he talked.
Yes. But I have to give a huge shout out to him because during this journey of mine, he has been a huge help. We did several Zoom meetings. We've been chatting. He did a lot. He advised me a lot and helped me with software, picking out software, like what to do, what not to do before I started. And he's the one that said, do tax, just do it. And I was like, no, I'm terrified. He's like, do tax, but just do it for your clients.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't take on a whole bunch of messy clients or try to go all out. He's like, that's what I did. It was a nightmare. He's like, just do your clients and you'll find it that you actually like it. He's like, the problem is you'll hate it if you take on other messy clients
Yes.
and you're trying to fix things. And he's like, that's the problem is you'll just hate it. And so he was right. he was right. So. But he was great, and I think that's part of this journey is that I did have so many people that I was able to go to that helped me, and say, hey, try this software, do this, or don't do that, or this is what I did, and this is what I found along my journey, and that's been a huge help for me. It really has, especially my council friends. So I think that's been great.
This community is so fabulous. How we all want each of us to succeed. Because if you get a lot of clients, none of us can handle all the clients in the world.
Yeah.
So, my success doesn't diminish yours. We can both succeed together. What's that? The boat rises together or something like? I don't know what it is.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. But
I
yeah,
know.
that's great. So you've got the community, and you're now, and so you're out on your own. What made you finally go out on your own? Because I know you're working for a firm. So what made you say, well, I got the CPA, I'll just stay here and be nice and comfortable?
To be honest, I was working too much. I was working way too much. I wasn't happy because I wasn't seeing any progress. It's like I know what the clients wanted. I could see frustrated clients, and you can't really do a lot of changes inside a firm that you don't own. It's like how things are supposed to change, and it's like if things were set up like this, then you would see this direction. Like if you had more AI, you would be able to see the firm go in a different direction. You would see the clients would be happier, and I think that's just it. Transactional work would be a whole lot easier, be quicker. You wouldn't have to focus so much on it. You could focus on the advisory part in talking to your clients, and that's the thing that the clients really want. They want to talk to people. I know that we're all in this virtual world and we see everybody on a camera and stuff, but they don't want to talk to you for 30 minutes a month and just be like, okay, like that's not advisory, that's not anything, like this is not a factory. You don't spit out some numbers at us and expect us to figure it out and just go about your business. Like that's not how it should work, ever. And
so that's the big difference you made. So what was that you do in your old firm that you're now doing in your firm? What's the biggest thing you do differently?
I talk to my clients. Like literally, I talk to my clients.
They're your friends.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I know my clients' kids' names. I know their dogs' names. I know their birthdays. I know what's going on in their lives.
I tell you what. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, people think that's nuts that you do that, but I tell you what, that's the secret to. I know our success here. I know Donna's, and now yours.
Yeah.
I just think when people say you need to be more professional, horse manure.
Exactly.
Just be you.
I meet my clients at Disneyland. We go on rides. I give them tours. We have churros together. I mean, it's a blast.
Well, that's great. Now, how long have you been on your own?
Since September. I just celebrated my 6-month anniversary or work
I saw
anniversary.
on LinkedIn that you.
Yeah.
So you're just newly on your
I
own.
am.
didn't know that. Oh my goodness.
I am. I'm a newbie, but I can already tell you I'm already at capacity. So I'm
Nice.
Oh, you know what that means, don't you? Raise your prices.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have not had anyone giving me any issues with my prices. I follow you on LinkedIn, and I love watching. I love watching your posts, and I see it all the time about the prices. And I actually said this to a customer at one point, or a prospect. I'm like, when you go to the store, do you tell the cashier, I'm not going to pay that much for my milk and eggs, okay? Because I think that's too high of a price. I'm like, because they're not going to barter with you. It's not the barter system. They're not going to go, oh, okay, we'll lower the price. It doesn't work like that. You pay for your milk and eggs, and then you leave with your milk and eggs. Okay, I'm like, this is what I'm charging for your taxes. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, this is what I'm charging. You either pay it or you don't, because you can go over to Joe Schmo and he can charge you whatever, and then that's it.
Cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, whatever.
Maybe you should raise your prices if you're not getting any pushback.
Yeah.
So
That's where I go on that. If I get a whole bunch of them in a row that said yes right away. Whoa,
Now, do you
maybe I'm
have
not
like
charging
pricing
enough.
friends? Because I know when I get stuck, I call Donna. Donna, what do you think I should charge for? Because I know it's easy to tell you what to charge. It's difficult for me to tell me what to charge.
yeah, I do, and it's funny too, because like, sometimes you do think you're charging pretty low, and then you'll have people come in, and you're like, you see, I love this one. You see them come in from H&R Block. And this is one of my favorites. I had a client come in from H&R Block, and they charged him $800 from H&R Block, and I about cringed. And I was like, okay, they charge you $800 from H&R Block, totally messed up your return. Okay, filed in the wrong state. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Filed in the wrong state for this guy. And I was like, okay, so they charge you $800, filed in the wrong state. He went back to H&R Block. They refused to amend the return. And so I was like, okay, well, now I'm going to charge you. I'm going to charge you the same amount to amend it, and then I'm going to charge you another $800, okay, to file, next year's return. And he goes, oh, okay, that's it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I gave you a deal this year because I feel bad. So, the following year it's going to be.
Yeah. I know. It's like, no
Hopefully he's
palms.
not watching this podcast.
I know. Like, no palms, no nothing. He's just like, okay, cool. And I'm like, Jesus, filing the amendment isn't even that hard. But he's just like, yeah, I'll pay you the same. I'll pay $800.
Well, it's not hard. It's not hard because we know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
it.
I'll say that. It's not hard for us, but like H&R Block, I was like,
We should have
why would
taken
you
care
even-
of it.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you
well,
even pay
good thing
that
they
much?
didn't.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I was dumbfounded when he says, oh, they charge $800. He showed me the receipt and everything. I'm
I
like,
know. Well, they charge for the staple.
yeah. Pretty much.
Folder it goes in.
Yeah.
And the paper clip they did it to, and then the
Yeah.
assurance guarantee,
Yep.
and the fact that they gave you a cup of coffee when you walked in.
Yep. Yep. I know. And the color, don't forget the color ink, because they do still print those out in paper to hand it to you if you're sitting in front of them.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
colored
On the
ink,
e-file fee.
a little bit of everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh gosh. Yeah, I know. It was
Yeah.
terrible. I felt
Yeah.
so bad for this guy. I'm like, okay. And it was word of mouth. And that's how I get most of the other clients. It's all word of mouth, you know. And honestly, it was so funny because it was from the licensing office, the local town licensing office. You know, she ended up, she was like, oh, I referred somebody to you. Okay, cool. You never know where these are going to come from.
Exactly. So you have to be
And-
nice to everybody.
Well, I don't know about everybody. Okay. I mean, you know, most people, like maybe like, you know, 90% of people you got to be nice
Yeah.
to. There's some, I don't know. But I mean, you don't got to be nice to everybody. Okay. You know, but I mean, because I've had so much help and this has been really great. I do have two other, you know, colleagues of mine that I'm mentoring now who have
Great.
decided to go out on their own. And it's been really great. It really has been. And like you said earlier, there's so much business to go around. There's
I
so
know.
much business to go
Everybody needs an accountant. Everybody needs a hairdresser. Everybody needs a funeral director, and everybody needs an accountant.
around. Oh, good grief. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But you could go to Costco and get your casket. You know, just remember that. I mean,
Can order it online. They'll deliver it to you.
exactly. You know, I mean, I gotta love Costco. I'll tell you that. So, but yeah.
So what was the scariest thing? Is there anything what was the scariest thing for you when you went on your own? What was the thing that, and then you realized it didn't happen?
Honestly, when I turned in my notice, I was terrified that I was not going to get any clients. I really was, and I think that's everybody's fear. I really do, because you know, you're giving up that security, that paycheck that's always coming in, and you know, you're just like, okay, what happens if I don't get clients? What happens if it takes a long time? Like, what do you do then? Like, what if the marketing doesn't work, you know? And then it's, well, what if I'm a failure, you know? And then you have that in the back of your mind. And it's like, what if I did the wrong thing? And that all plays in your head. And so the first month I had 2 clients, and then suddenly the second month I had 2 more clients, and then it just kept going. And I was like, oh my God, like what happened, you know? So, and my husband's like, babe, he's like, I don't know what you were worried about. What do you mean you don't know what I was worried about? And he goes, yeah, but they just kept coming in the door, you know? I mean, so he's like, you were so worried for nothing. But it
So
wasn't
how do
for
you talk
nothing.
to yourself when you have those moments of doubts? You know, do you ever have them anymore? Or because I have them all the time. How do you talk to yourself to come out of that funk?
I do still have them, because you never know when you're going to lose a client either. So, I mean, because that could happen at any time too. And, you know, it's pretty much like anything else in life. You're going to have, you know, bad moments. You're going to have good moments. And there are things happen for a reason no matter what. Always happen for a reason. And, you know, it's that whole where one door closes, a window is going to open. And if it happens, it's going to happen because it was meant to happen. So if your business is slow for a little while, it's because you're meant to be doing something else at that time, whether it's go and do more training because you need to get your skills up to a certain level. And then when you're done with that, you will get more clients because it was meant to happen in that way. You know, if you're really busy right now, then you were meant to be busy right now, you know, so things are just meant to happen in that order, and you just have to let them happen like that. It's just
Great.
how it's supposed to be.
So, and I know you've been posting a lot on LinkedIn. I really enjoy your posts. They're great.
Thank you. Thank you. My little animes, okay, because I love anime. I'm a huge anime fan. One of my clients actually designed it for me, and I have my own characters, and he lets me use his program so that my character stays the same, and I can design it however I want, and I can create all this really cool stuff.
Oh, well, that's fabulous.
This is what happens when you get to know your clients, and your clients have a great relationship with you. And he just kind of did it and was just like, you know, I saw some of your stuff. He goes, but I wanted to create one specific to you that you can do whatever you want with, and your character will never actually change. The features will always stay the same. You can do whatever you want with it. And I was like,
Does he use the software for that, or
Yeah.
did he?
yep, I have 2 gaming clients, and so that's what they do. And so,
What
you know,
software do they use? Do you know?
it's when they built. Yeah, it's like
Donna,
I said.
we got to check that out.
So, I know it's kind of one of those like I said, your client when your clients love you, they're just like, here you go. I just hand you stuff, and
Because not only are your animes great, but what you say is good too. I enjoy reading what you have to write.
Thank you, thank you. There's
You know.
there's just so much that you need to say. It's like, I don't know. I think that people need to hear things, and that's part of me being unfiltered. I'm going to tell you right now, it's part of me being unfiltered. People don't want to say the things everyone's afraid to hear,
Right.
and it's like the big businesses want to run everybody over. Let's put it that way. It's one of the other reasons I got into this. I've always worked for a man. I'll tell you right now, I've always worked for a man. I've never worked for a woman, ever. Every company I've worked for has been run by a man. And as much as I know women are coming up in accounting, there's still not enough. There's still not enough. And no matter how loud you are in a business, it just seems like we're not being heard. And I think that's another issue. It's like, you can be as loud as you want, you can give your ideas, you can say what you want, and it's like, there they go.
Yep.
I mean, it's like, am I even talking? Am I still in the room? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, I mean, you can have wonderful ideas, but they're just not being heard, and nothing is getting done. And
Right.
it's like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even here, not even seeing
If we
progress.
walked in dressed like men, they would listen to us.
Maybe it's either that or they're gonna go, oh, I don't know, some DEI bullshit, whatever. And now we gotta piddle around you or tiptoe around you or I don't know, whatever the hell, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't even know anymore. Like, I was like, what the
I
hell?
know. Who knows?
So-
That's why but on your own is so much better. You can do your own thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not only that too, like health reasons too. I mean, there were some health reasons involved. I got sick. I had appendicitis. Ended up, yeah, I know. And emergency appendicitis. Here's me in the ER on my phone. Okay, I'm messaging my boss, messaging my coworkers. Okay, I'm trying to email clients. Okay, from the hospital, and my husband's like, "You're about to go in for emergency surgery. You've been doped up on whatever you've been doped up. Why are you worried about work?" We have this innate sense when we work for someone else that, we're just going to be replaced, and that, our jobs are always in jeopardy. And if we don't get the work done, that's it. We're just going to be let go. And that's always been such a fear. And it's like, you get into the situation where it's like, okay, I don't know what to do at that point. And I mean, when you get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm sitting here, my doctor's like, okay, we got to bring you in for emergency surgery. We're taking you in, like in 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, what do you do at that point? And it gets to the point, a week later, I was back at work. Like, no shit, a week later. And my doctor's like, no, you have to take 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, okay. Because they actually had to go, it wasn't laparoscopic. So I was supposed to take 4 to 6 weeks. I didn't take 4 to 6 weeks.
Are you okay
And
now?
I am. I mean, a month later, I ended up back in the ER with a second infection because I went back, to work so soon. And that same day, I filed for my business license. I got home from the
What's funny
hospital.
is, when you think about it, right now you have, I don't know how many customers you have. Let's say you have 10. You have a number. And if one leaves, bye, but you still have the rest left.
Yeah,
When you
Yeah.
work with somebody else, you have one customer,
yeah,
your boss. So if you mess up or they don't like how you parted your hair, you know what, you're gone. I mean,
Yeah.
you walk in the morning and by the afternoon you could be gone. So you always have to walk the fine line because if they don't like something, they don't need you. So now with a customer, I mean, when you have your own firm, you have many customers that you serve. So if one leaves, oh well. I mean, sorry to see you go, but I'll find somebody else.
yeah,
You're not going to die because none of them leave all at once. None of
Yeah.
them.
exactly.
But you work for somebody else,
Plus-
100% could leave all at once.
Oh, plus if one of them kind of turns on you, or you don't like them, or you've evolved out of them, you get to fire them.
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
if
we're
I
so
get
proud of you
sick,
for
I can
doing
take
this,
off.
Sarah.
Yeah, and when you're sick, I have a one for if I'm ever sick, and it's actually happened twice now, been in the emergency room. I have one text message I send to one person, and then everything's taken care of. And then
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it
They're
ever.
very understanding. I mean, I remember my nephew was killed the week before April 15th. Awful.
Wow.
Well, it was my brother's son. And of course, I went up for the funeral, which was the week of April 15th. And Hal goes to me, "You can't go." I go, "Why not?" "Well, we'll lose all our clients." I go, "If a client leaves because I went to my nephew's funeral, I don't want them as a client." No one left. You just tell them, we had an emergency, whatever, and they were all wonderful. But I think we have that fear that if we don't behave, they're all going to walk out. Nope, not so. So just be human and be real, and they understand. Just like you would. I mean, if I ask for a customer and say, "I need your bank stuff," and they go, "I can't, my nephew just died," I'm going to say, "Well, then you're done." No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
and
right.
honestly, I've already had the flu since I've been open, and I had to be out for 2 days. I messaged all my clients; not a single one had a problem. Every one of them was
Everyone's
like, "Okay,
nice.
get
Yeah, Donna
better."
just was sick last week. She wasn't feeling
I
well.
was sick for like a month and a half.
Fortunately, I
Nobody
haven't
cared.
had it yet.
Yeah, I tore a muscle in my leg. Then I got like the ick a couple times, and like I couldn't talk. Nobody cared.
No,
Now
they
she's all
don't.
freaking out because her son's over in Europe with all the fighting going on. She does think,
Well, that's a whole nother thing. I didn't sleep last night.
Donnie, I'll take some of your worry. You don't have to be all. You don't have to worry all
Last
about
night was
yourself.
rough, but we're good now.
Oh, good.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
good.
Yeah.
My
So,
gosh.
Sarah, what do you do for fun when you're not doing your work? What do you do for fun?
Oh my gosh, for fun, let's see. I crochet. I started crocheting. When I started the business, I started teaching myself how to crochet. Okay. So
Okay, I like to knit.
I already knit. That's just it. I already knit, but I did not know how to crochet. And it was one of those goals that I always wanted to learn how to do that. And my kids got me the woobles. Have you ever heard of
Oh,
the
yeah.
woobles?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So they got me some of those woobles kits, and so I started doing the woobles. So I've done the penguin and the dinosaur and the little wolf, and now I've got the ones from K-pop Demon Hunters. I've got Derpy and Susie from K-pop Demon Hunters. Those are my next ones I'm doing. But I
Now, do
can
you
finally
like
crochet.
knitting better or crocheting better?
I like knitting better because I like doing cable knits, only because
You
they're
like cable? I
complicated.
love cable.
I love cable knits.
In
Yeah.
fact, I'm doing a baby blanket right now with the cable. I have 8 more rows till I'm finished.
Ooh.
It's huge. And then they want me to do a crochet border. I've never crocheted. So I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos on
On how to crochet. That's
how
so
to do the
funny.
border around it. But it's fun
Yeah.
doing that stuff. It's very meditative to me.
It is. It is. I mean, because honestly, it's like, okay, let me just count the number of rows. Let me
It's
count
very
what stitches.
accounting, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you put your patterns in Excel?
So yes, because and I color code them so that way I can see what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah.
They all think I'm
I-
nuts because I put them all in Excel and count them down and have
Yes.
formulas. How many rows do I have to do? So how many stitches
Yeah.
was it?
Exactly.
That my
Exactly.
friend Valerie, she thinks I'm nuts.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
how
know
many?
exactly where I am on every pattern.
But how many projects do you have started that are all over your house that you work on at one time?
I only have like 4 projects. I kind of finished them before I start a new one. In fact,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
almost done this blanket and I'm itching for the next one. This is the red hat, the melt the ice hat,
Oh, okay.
and I'm almost done this. I only have this much yarn left, but this is the melt the ice hat.
Oh, nice.
That's all popular. It's based on in Norway during World War II.
Oh, okay.
They would wear this hat, and and you knew they were against the Nazis, and the
Oh, wow.
Nazis didn't like you wearing the red hat. So this is called Melt the Ice, and I think they started at Minneapolis for obvious reasons. My friend Megan Tarno, everybody knows Megan.
Yep.
She posted it on Facebook, and I said, "Oh, I'll buy the pattern and I'll make one." So I did, because the proceeds of the pattern go to something or other. So I'm knitting my Melt the Ice hat in honor of trying to melt the ice, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow.
So
I think
anyway,
I must have missed that link. Send me the link because I'll buy
Okay.
the pattern too.
It's
So-
cool. It's called Melt the Ice.
Yeah.
And just go on Ravelry. It's like the #1 pattern on Ravelry right now.
Okay.
It's easy to
Wow.
make. It's like 6 inches though of ribbing.
Gotta
I'm
love
past
that.
the ribbing part.
That's
Purl
not
one,
too
knit
bad.
one, purl
Yep,
one.
purl one, knit
Now
one.
now I'm in the
So we're
crown
turning
part.
into Bookkeepers on Fire, the knitting show.
Yep, there we go. There
One
we
of
go.
us in the group does not knit at all.
Well,
so
he'll start.
I just learned a lot.
We can teach you.
start.
I mean,
I'm good.
exactly.
I'm good.
Oh, it's
Now,
it's not, it's
you
not
did
that
say
bad.
too, Sarah's you're going to conferences this year for the first
Yep.
time in a long time or ever?
Yes. No, it's well, I've been to QB Connect. You know
Okay,
that.
good.
So yeah, it's been 3 years since I've been to a conference. So it's been a while. But I'm going to 4 this year. I'm so excited. So I
So you're
know.
going to scaling,
Yes, I'm going to Scaling New Heights. I'm going to GrowCon, which is in Salt
Utah.
Lake City. Yep. I'm going to Bridging the Gap in North Carolina, mainly because I also want to see my kids, and they're up in North Carolina, so it's a 2-for-1. And then QB Connect. So,
Cool.
yep.
I'm trying
I'm
to talk her
excited.
into going to Women Who Count, so maybe you'll stick a fifth one in there.
Oh, I will think about it. I'm going to put it on my calendar. I will think about it. Maybe we'll twist my arm. Okay. So
Why
we
don't you
won't rule
apply
it
to
out
be?
yet.
They're taking a call for speaker right now. Why don't you
They're
apply to be a
doing, yeah, they're
speaker?
doing call for
I
speakers.
saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Put
I
it-
did
put it-
actually look at it.
Put in a thing in. They can only say no. They're saying no right now unless you put a thing in.
No, they're
Yeah.
saying no. Okay, yeah, I know. I mean, unless you try, it's always a no.
That's exactly
So, I
right. You
mean,
can't win the lottery unless you buy a ticket.
okay, yeah, you got to put good point.
Just put it out there. See what happens.
I just put them in. I put them into everything.
Just in case.
So I just did a bunch yesterday for the Woodard Theater.
Good.
Okay.
Which is-
Fine, I told her
yeah.
to do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you should.
so
They
I
want
did a
Woodard
couple.
Theater too. They're 20 minutes
Yeah.
on the Woodard Theater. I can send you the
Okay.
link if you want to apply. Just 20
Okay.
minutes.
Well, I've never done a speaking engagement before, which you know
Doesn't
that.
matter.
So
I'll
I might
help
have to
you.
bug you. I was
It's
going to
easy.
say,
You just doing one right now. You're doing great.
Yeah.
okay. I'll
You
get
can
up
do
on
20
stage
minutes on anything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can do it.
until I get
from
up there
someone
and
who
start
does it.
dropping the sailor language once in a while, and I'll just be like,
That's
"Whoa."
okay. People, like nobody's heard it
Does it-
before.
It doesn't matter.
That's what I think. I mean, you've not heard
Yeah.
those words before? Come
Well,
on.
you got a point. You got a point. I actually told one of my bosses one time, I was like, have you ever seen the study from Harvard that says people that actually swear are just highly intelligent, except they've run out of their vocabulary, and so they have to use those words, okay, because they just need extra vocabulary. There
Well,
is
they
actually a
really, it
study
really
about that.
kind of sets the point, when you say the F word, you know.
Yes. It's an adjective to prove your point.
Yeah.
You
It is,
said
yeah.
the words that they don't understand. Now you have to put it into a word that they will understand so they can then think about the words they didn't understand.
So we want you to
Exactly.
apply for the Woodard Theater,
Okay.
and that's only 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then Women Who Count. And I think
Okay.
Bridging the Gap is still looking for speakers too, aren't they, Donna?
I don't know. I think they may have closed. I'm trying to think who I'm doing it for. We've got Women Who Count. There's one other one. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Intuit Connect will probably open up soon.
Okay.
They'll be looking for people.
That one would be
Just-
scary.
just
There's
try it.
there's a lot of people that go to that one. So I would
A lot
imagine
of
that would be
people go to-
scary.
Doesn't
but you know what?
matter.
The producers are always kind, and you
Yeah.
then you have your fan club. When we know one of our friends is speaking, we all go and sit in the front row and support you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could just see you doing that now. You're gonna show up with one of those little noisemakers or little clappers they gave us one year. Like I still have it over there. Like, pull it out every once in a while, scare my husband.
What's fun, like with all your friends show up and sit in the front because very supportive. Like I know my
Yeah.
friend Janice, she comes to every one of my classes, right smack dab in the front row. So if I ever get stumped, I just look at Janice and she just shakes her head. Like, keep going, Deb, you're doing good.
I do remember one year you were doing one, and I think it was like the power of saying no or something like that. And I was there, and it was hysterical because you actually made a comment about me getting divorced because I was a lot heavier when we first met. And you were like, yeah, Sarah dropped 200 pounds. It's called divorce. And it was hysterical because you called me out in the middle of your speaking engagement. And you were just like pointing at me. And I was like, oh, God, I'm going to
Oh,
die
you
now.
loved every minute of it, let me tell you.
You were hysterical. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love watching you do those. You are so funny. Like I would pick you over any breakout session any day.
Well,
Like, you're
thanks.
so
Well,
funny.
I'm speaking at Scaling on Wednesday at 2:00, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So don't be there front row.
I will. I know. And I get to drive because it's not that far from me.
Where do you live?
So, I live in southern Georgia. I'm right in St. Mary's, Georgia. So it's only 3 hours from where we are. So
Oh, wow. Why don't you come down and visit?
I don't know. Why don't I come down and visit? I probably should. So now that you just said that, my
I'm
God.
right at Daytona Beach.
Oh, okay. That's even closer to me. Good Lord.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like an hour and a half
Hour and a
closer.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
Jeremy on the other week, and he lives like an hour away.
Oh. Well, good grief. I should have too, because I was down at Clay County Fairgrounds like just last week. I told you I was at the Highland Festival, because that's like maybe like an hour from Daytona.
So you do the Highlands where they throw the logs and everything?
Yes. Yeah.
For the boys in skirts?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
I know.
My brother-in-law likes to go to them.
Oh, I love going to them. They do the sword fighting and everything too. They have sheep herding. They do everything. We go every year. Love it.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Everybody
All right.
thinks we're crazy, but we go anyway. So.
Well, see, well, we're at time. Can you believe it?
Oh, geez, we are, aren't we?
So, Donna, sign us off.
All right, well, we thank everyone for joining us today on Bookkeepers on Fire. Just want you to remember, Bookkeeper Appreciation Week is coming up March 30th. We'll be talking about it on every podcast. Up till then, register at bill.com/bookkeepersonfire. I'll put the link in. Also, you'll see a post this week on LinkedIn about it. If you aren't connected to LinkedIn with us, look for us, Debbie and Donna. We're both out there.
And Sarah's on LinkedIn too.
Sarah's on there too. So please connect with us. We have a page also, Bookkeepers on Fire page. So everything will be there for you to register. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And you guys have a wonderful week.
Thanks for coming, Sarah. This was
Thank you so
fabulous.
much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.